Nipples. Nipples. We're talking about nipples. Because breastfeeding takes a lot out of you. Pun intended. Hi, Allie here. Today we're going to be talking about boobs. You have been forewarned, okay? Coming up is all things breastfeeding, boobs, and babies. So if this is information that you're interested in, keep watching. And if not, I'll see you on the next one. You guys ready? Here we go. We're going to show them all the breastfeeding things. Are you excited? I first want to start off by saying I am in no way a professional. I am not a lactation consultant. I'm a new mom with my first baby, and I want to tell you about the products that helped me on my breastfeeding journey, that are continuing to help me on my breastfeeding journey, as well as some tips that were given to me by my doctor, but I do suggest that you see a doctor if you're having issues. I have had a really positive breastfeeding experience. Not to say that it isn't hard at times, it is. But overall, it's been a positive experience. I went in with the mindset of wanting to exclusively breastfeed, and it's been going well for me so far. So let me know in the comments if you've ever had trouble with breastfeeding, or if you have questions about breastfeeding, or whatever. You know, they say breast is best, but really fed is best. We're not here to judge, I am just here to help. Everything will be linked below. All the products you're going to see in this video are not sponsored. I am not affiliated with anything. I did a lot of trial and error, and these are my favorites, my essentials, my must-haves. We are going to make a cup of tea, specifically the, I can't decide. We've got Milkmaid Tea by Earth Mama, or the traditional medicinals organic mother's milk. I think I had this one yesterday, so we're gonna go with the Earth Mama. This is made with fennel. Fennel is very good. Yes? Hi? Do you want some tea? Tea gives me lots of milk. Let's make this. There are all kinds of lactation boosting cookies and brownies and things that actually can get really expensive when you start adding it up. My doctor actually told me that oatmeal is the secret ingredient for lactation, which is what all of those lactation brownies and cookies have, is oatmeal. Another secret ingredient is fennel, which you'll find in these breastfeeding teas. The thing that's tough about fennel is it has a little bit of a black licorice taste, which I have never been a fan of. But if you cover it in enough honey, it'll do the trick. With oatmeal and with tea, almost immediately I can see a boost in my supply within a couple hours. So if I feel that my supply is low, I drink a cup of tea or make a cup of oatmeal, and you're back up again. Did you want to say something to the people? Yeah, you want to tell them all the things? Oh, wow. The Haakaa. It's a love-hate relationship with that Haakaa. I love it because it collects the letdown, but I hate it because no! Don't cry over spilt milk. Well, that phrase was obviously not created by a woman, because I want to cry right now. That was 3 ounces of milk gone on the floor. So this is the original version. It easily tips over at the slightest anything. And usually when I'm getting up from the couch, I bump the table and frickin' spill it, which is what I just did. So now they have this one that has a suction cup on the bottom. So you can suction cup it to the table, like so. And then that ain't going nowhere, friends. Ain't going nowhere. Plus, you have a lid now for the clumsy folk. And the lid just goes right over the top, and you can do it one-handed, and now it's not going anywhere, and if it does, it's got a lid, and the lid keeps everything inside. Keeps everything inside. Don't be me. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, we're gonna talk about nursing bras. This is why I'm wearing this. First, snappies. Boom. So in most cases, if you are about to feed your baby, he's probably crying and a little upset because he's hungry, there are these bras, nursing bras, that have these snaps. Boom. This pulls down and you're able to access the boob very quickly. You know, if I have Max here ready to eat and I have to pull up the shirt and I have to unclip the thing and I gotta pull down the bra, and in most cases I have that Haakaa on, so then the other one's coming down too. So we got both areas just open and available to the public. In most cases, I'll be like this, trying to burp the baby, boobs out, and trying to clip this all back. It can just be really tedious. So I actually prefer the pull-away method. These nursing bras are from Target. You get 2 for 20 bucks, and I actually really love these because they're super soft, and you just pull away. There's nothing to snap, there's nothing to figure out. You take your babe, you know, and you're able to just go, wha-bam! The dick never slips, and you're able to just go boom, boom, ah, boom, boom. Because honestly, I don't have time for all this. The only thing about the nursing bras that I showed you, the BOOBS and the Target ones, is that they don't hold a pump in place. So if you are someone who's breastfeeding but also pumping, you might consider this really cute brand called Simple Wishes. And this one is like very sexy if you want to, like, you know, still feel very feminine. Let me put it on for you. So there's actually a lot going on here. So this is actually a pumping and nursing bra, because I didn't know that there's like one bra for pumping and then one bra for nursing, and like who's actually going to be changing bras, or like if you want to pump, who wants to put on a bra? It just doesn't make sense. So Simple Wishes actually created a pumping and nursing bra. It's all in one. It's a 2 for 1, 3 for 1, 2 for 1, 2 for 1. It has this like crazy snap system right here. Crazy snaps. So if you snap one, it pulls the whole thing down for the breastfeeding. I know, Max. And then it has another one that's specifically for pumping. So this like fits the pump in here, and then you have it, it'll actually hold the pump. Because I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know this. Uh-huh. You wanna come over here with me? So you can see the camera? Boop. When you're pumping, there's no actual suction going on. You have to like, you just sit there and hold the pump, which is annoying. Unlike the Haakaa, which actually suctions to you. So anyway, you have options for nursing or for pumping. But again, so let me show you, like once you have your baby in hand, which you always have your baby in tow. Baby is always in tow. If you're like here one-handed and you're trying to get to the pumping one, this is really hard to do one-handed. Cause like who has got time for that? So then that's where that would go. And then like putting it back on, just forget it. I'm actually gonna try here. Let's see. All the while, picture a screaming baby. Yeah, hi. Like I can't even. Oh, I did it. The nursing one. But again, like you have a shirt, then you have this, and then there's a snap, and then trying to get the snap back takes some serious concentration. Nursing bras, personally, I go with the pull-away method, but don't let the nip slip. Actually, you do need to let the nip slip. It needs to be easier to let the nip slip. Right up, pony, don't do it down. Better watch out, you'll fall right down. On my eco journey, I really wanted to find a solution for plastic bottles, and I found one. Mason Bottle Company, and they turn regular mason jars into bottles. So this has now become a plastic-free solution. And then they have these little silicone sleeves. So that you're able to then turn it. You can turn it into a sippy cup, so then if it gets dropped, it's okay. I've dropped these in on cement and they don't break. So this is a great option if you want to go the plastic-free route. I like to use mason jars, I like to use jars, and these were a great addition to what I already had. So initially I would take these bracelets and just switch them over to the other side, but then it got a little tedious and was a little noisy. So what I ended up doing was getting this little ring, just a forget-me-not. Get it? Forget-me-not. And depending on which side, I'll put it on that side when I'm feeding on that side, so that when I come back to breastfeed later, I know which side I was left off of. In those first 6 weeks after Max was born, we were always going back and forth between the living room and the bedroom, the living room and the bedroom, and I found myself like carrying all this stuff. Like you're carrying your phone, you're carrying your monitor, you're carrying your notes, you're carrying your phone, you're carrying your any snacks, you're carrying Tylenol, you're carrying all these things. And so I discovered this thing called a diaper caddy. The only thing missing is the water bottle, because that was always right there. So we've got, you know, things to play games. If you know, you know. We've got my favorite protein bars. 12 grams of protein per bar. Only 23 grams of carbs and only 8 grams of sugar. So this is a great way to get your protein in, mamas. We've got some ibuprofen. I've got Tums because I actually had some heartburn. Got stool softener because, you know, stool softener is necessary sometimes. I had these. Peppermint to wake me up, and then the stress away to, you know, calm down. So you just take a whiff and they are instant gratification. Always had scrunchies for your hair. Some people really loved the nose Frida. I was not a fan. I was just a fan of this little guy. Gets the little boogers out of the nose, anything out of the mouth. It helps get spit up out of there too. I mean, the hospital just gave this to me. It was great. Aquaphor, because your hands are going to get super dry, and so is baby skin. Silverette nursing cups. And then, of course, reusable nursing pads. So I had a whole stack of these in here, just ready to go. You put these in your bra, and they just keep you from leaking through all your clothes. Ultimately, I loved having everything on wheels, because then I could just take this with me wherever I go. Right, Maxie Poo? Right, Maxie Poo? Yeah. Hi. It's raining and I love it. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. Wow. Okay, these are the Silverette cups. So these are actually really great. It's a natural solution to, like, if you have cracked nipples or like you're having trouble with breastfeeding and you have really sensitive nipples. The creams really aren't necessary. The best thing for your nipples is to use your own breast milk. And these are little like nipple shields. So they just go in your bra and they sit between your nipple and your shirt or your bra, so that then you won't have any like chafing or rubbing. And yeah, they're super thin. They're sterling silver. You just wash them with soap and water, and they are just an easy way to keep your nips healthy. Right, Maxie? Keep your nips healthy. What's really cool about this company is that once you're done nursing, you can actually send these back, and then they will turn this into, whoa, there's thunder. They will turn this into a necklace with an initial on it. So you can have it with you forever and ever. So this is called the Frevita light, and what I love is that it just takes you flipping it over to turn it off and on. This light is perfect for the middle of the night, so I can just put it on my bedside table and flip it on, and it changes the brightness too. So you can turn it off, you just tap it. You can make it really bright or white, really, really white, or you can make it yellow and really soft and really dim. So I like to have it pretty dim so that when I'm waking up breastfeeding, I can just flip it over and I have a light. It's awesome. And it just charges with a USB-C. Frevita. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you learned a lot about breastfeeding must-haves. I hope I could give you some tips. Please, again, let me know in the comments below. Have you had a positive experience breastfeeding? Have you had a negative experience breastfeeding? What were your difficulties? I want to know. This is my 10th episode. I can't believe it's already been 10 weeks since I started. I am loving this. I hope that you guys are too. I will see you next week, Thursday at 11 a.m. We're gonna keep this train going, people. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing things. I love editing. I love it. I love it all. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.